used to be.
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Jody Sly set to kick off. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Tua Tagovailoa sack. A fumble on the play.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And on the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
He was brought down by
a check on Breida's numbers from last week. 14 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Tua. And over the middle, this is Parker. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The numbers for Jones last week, 15 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers, he's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Aaron Jones.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's good for a Green Bay.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Noah Igbenogany.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out. But they'll do so fatigued.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. at their own 30.
So Miami coming out for their second drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And throw right side complete to Parker. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Tua gets this one into the hands of Williams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Preston Williams. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run here with Barber. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's caught by Parker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Forced out to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Peyton Barber, the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
That's the end of the first.
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now. Now a hit and a loose football.
Ball on the play. Recovered by the Packers.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnover. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Now Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Tua now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Pass, there he goes, left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and that makes the score 14-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Miami set to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right,
Packer pressure, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big...
To a hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll buy some time right. Open man here, Sims, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd down, Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Preston Williams. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Tua going to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They have a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Tua now on first down. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. And out of bounds right around the 20. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Tua with a throw complete to Parker. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Dolphins.
From the gun, here's Barber. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the 34.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Jake Butt, his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Don't walk out here, man.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Touchdown, Packers! Adam Humphries. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Tagovailoa flush to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson.
The 1st down pass. Intercepted.
Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Aaron Jones.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Yard on the play. Brings up 3rd.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 2 touchdowns. 1:44 to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Tua on the bootleg here. His throw incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. One final try for Tagovailoa. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Packers, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.